Happy Sunday to you. I'm Rebecca Turco. Time now for your top stories and weather in 90 seconds. Voters in Brevard County will get to decide if they want to raise their taxes to support raises for school employees. Brevard County schools had more than 140 teacher openings at the start of the school year and a bus driver shortage. Early voting wrapped up in several counties yesterday here in Central Florida, but voters in Orange, Osceola, and Seminole counties can still cast their ballots early today. If you can't vote early today, polls are open from 7 a to 7 p on Election Day this Tuesday. And today's the last day for people impacted by Hurricane Ian in Seminole and Osceola counties to complete their in-person interviews for disaster food assistance. The sites are open at the Oviedo Mall and Heritage Park. A site is also open today at the Ocean Center in Volusia County. Now let's get a check of your weather with meteorologist Zach Covey. And Zach, we're starting off today pretty mild. Could we be dealing with another hot afternoon?
I think so.
We continue our Decision 2022 coverage in Brevard County, where voters will get a chance Tuesday to decide if they want to raise their taxes. Spectrum News 13's Will Robinson Smith tells us about the ballot measure to increase school property taxes, which would help boost teacher pay. That referendum is supported by the Brevard Federation of Teachers. It faces no organized opposition. If it passes, the pay increase would impact all school employees based on seniority, with the exception of the school board, the superintendent, and the general counsel. And Orange County voters will also decide on a tax increase. The penny sales tax is on the ballot there. The 20-year proposal would raise the sales tax from 6.5% to 7.5%. The funds would provide a projected $600 million a year for transportation projects like expanding Sunrail and the Lynx bus system. Meanwhile, more college students across the state are deciding to cast their ballots compared to recent years. According to experts like St. Pete College professor Tara Newsome, it has a lot to do with seeing direct impacts on things like inflation and reproductive rights firsthand.
And this election is probably one of the most important in their lives because things like inflation, reproductive rights, civil liberties, so they're all on the ballot. So we're seeing a lot of excitement on campus and a lot of students are getting a plan to vote.
Today's the final day of early voting in Orange, Osceola, and Seminole counties. Of course, you can always vote Election Day on Tuesday. And college students aren't the only young adults finding an interest in this year's midterms. Thousands of people nationwide have turned 18 since the last election, so they can now cast their ballots for the first time. Spectrum News reporter Chase Beach heard from some passionate high schoolers who say registration is just the first step. That was Spectrum News reporter Chase Beach reporting. Of course, it's too late to register to vote here in Florida if you haven't already for Tuesday's election, but you can register or update your registration at any time before the next election. The registration deadline is always 29 days before an election. Still ahead this morning, a local high school senior is a real-life Jane of all trades.
Football, soccer, track, and flag football. I'm thinking about adding a fifth one in this year, but I don't know which one yet, so we'll see.
Our willingness not to back down from a challenge is inspiring her teammates and the next generation of female athletes. And now let's check back in with meteorologist Zach Covey. And Zach, big changes ahead this week. Could another tropical system be headed on the way?
You know, yes